time I'm gonna be quiet. This time, ain't nothing like the feeling of uncertainty, the eeriness of silence. This time it was so unexpected. Last time it was the drugs he was lacing. All legends falling and making. Sorry, truth, dying young, need me you.
You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to be signed is out to Borko. Borko, that name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't even know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. That's kind of weird that he carried me home. He knew where I live. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders for some reason. Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. I'm counting chicken wings. You awake on day 2 and attempt the process of wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? You lie in bed and stare at the ceiling, thinking about the secret you discovered while tasting Colonel Sanders' cooking yesterday. You can't believe that and then there was a secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You met up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with Spork Monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I might like Pop. What? No need. Like him? Like? I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. We got to talking after class. He's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders enlisted in the army when he was only 3? Not only that, but he founded a special unit of super soldiers who all wear the same hats just because he put on a hat one time and thought it looked cool. But Colonel Sanders doesn't even wear a hat. He wears a ribbon tie. Either way, maybe it'd be the best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student ever to attend the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning? You're a thing now. We definitely connected yesterday. You sure you did? You're great. Why wouldn't it be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, then why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? However, you didn't tell her that you know a second ingredient too, which you discovered on your own. Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, I was on vacation with my family. A lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and I brought them home. He was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I've ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking. She's talking about weed? Did he give her a bunch of weed? So we've stayed in touch, you know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know much more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, please, please! It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or Colonel Sanders. What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? Tell her the ingredient Colonel Sanders told you, make up a fake ingredient. I'm gonna make up a fake one. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about it was Eye of Newt? I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt? Wow! Her eyes light up, imagining such a thing. You figure out, and satisfied curiosity, she'll move up. Hopefully she doesn't, I'm seeing this right now, hopefully we don't get in a conversation with Colonel Sanders, and then she brings it up, and he's like, what? And he looks at me, and then he's like, I can't believe you. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. Wait, a wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. There's just cherry blossoms all around campus. Oh, he's riding a horse. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school on a stallion. Stand back and admire his majestic glory. Run to him. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You are so struck by the sight of him, you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows the way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful butte you have. I mean, what a horseyful butte you have. Dang it! That's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, DucesBro just gets really nervous when around people they like. What? This is not happening. I mean, they got food poisoning and we're up all night and it was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile as if saying situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. With that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. You enter the classroom and you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one, I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? I thought it was like, why don't you make like a bee and buzz off or something like that. Act like you're not interested in them, but really try and get a closer look. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van muttering something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try to cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. It's time for class and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. He goes all Dragon Ball Z. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, aren't you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you know good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes patience. Penance? I don't know. And it doesn't even hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it was that they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice that they just been studying the book. They got pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him, and he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing, hee. Before you can dig any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep, beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry and he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch out, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such a language, not even from a standard mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. This crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me. Wow, she's so self-conceited. But I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least, or don't, honestly. Who do I care? Or what do I care? I've got a lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly, he loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson, truly you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. I don't think that's accurate, but you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, DucesBro? Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Glass of water, shimmering pepper, a dog biscuit. Which item do you want to sample? A shimmering pepper? Brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in the most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. Feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend, ooh. This guy again. I'm here to give you an important message, ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Oh, sorry. I think I must have caught some spice in my throat. It's fine. I'll work through to fulfill the prophecy. You must feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Oh, man. You come to and find everyone staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand they stop wasting everyone's time, step up and tell them, you're on. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool. Good one, Van. I like your gumption. DucesBro, I'll be watching your performance. Oh, don't say that. Just as things reach the boiling point, Sprinkles steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Oh, shit. Just then, a huge light blasts into your face, flashing the words, timer ready. That's what I'm talking about. Aroo! I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope it's a message that lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken and made mashed potatoes and gravy on one day, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does water boil at? Oh, shoot. It always boils at 100 seconds after you turn on the heat. Oh no, that's right, but how would you have even gotten into this school without knowing that? I didn't pick. Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need to season this chicken before you can cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices did he say? 7. That's wrong. Shit! I think he said 11. Schnauzers with better sense than that. And the miniature kind, no less. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Trust, gratitude. Oh my gosh, I'm failing it all! I'm begging you to get this together. Get it? I'm a dog. I've never wrong. So blah, blah, blah. Classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace and you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day, you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that energy. So where does it come from? Small town, big dreams. I didn't even get to read. It's so fast, dude. 10 seconds. That's right. This is your shot, and you're not going to miss. You try to shut out the noise of the arena and to focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Bubbling, sizzling silence? Oh my
my god!
Don't make me get the spray bottle. Get the spray. Is this the end? Yep.
No, dude!
Is everything a competition with you two? Yes. Yes! Well, not with me. I'm on a personal journey to learn, love, and to love to learn. Or learn to love. Sure, why not? But definitely not to constantly battle. Yeah, stop getting your genres crossed. Don't you have some portable monsters to capture or something? I need to eat if I'm going to have energy to sustain my education and pursue my dreams of being a master chef. How are any of us supposed to get anywhere if we're constantly feeding off challenges from everyone we know? Know it all with an apron. Besides, I already brought my own lunch, DucesBro. You should have it. It will give you all the energy you need to succeed. Miriam reaches out and presents a gift to you. Oh, it's so tiny! My special grilled cheese tomato soup with chocolate milk to wash it down and a tartlet for dessert. It only takes you about 5 seconds to eat Miriam's tiny food, but it's just what you needed for motivation. You know what? I've learned enough for today. Let's battle. Oh, you have to battle anyways. Okay. Ah! Notice Colonel Sanders standing out of the corner of your eye? I believe in you, DucesBro. He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy would it take to fill? What were you thinking? Get your mind back into the competition. Grr. If you're stranded on a desert island with only one desert cookbook, which do you take? What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focusing on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry, I forgot the question. What does that have to do with crafting this particular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuit? Woof woof. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun planting elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance you utilize in a kitchen, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but DucesBro does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and the hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious the error was. You immediately shove your hands into the mixing bowl to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. DucesBro, no! But you're not fast enough, and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed and quickly spinning. Immediately crushed by its quickly spinning beaters? There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. The battle is over. It can't be! I was so close to finishing my dish! Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me a winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on an account of DucesBro's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavors that taste good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask DucesBro to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Oh, I have to burp. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese corkara atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry glee. I don't know those food terms at all. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you, hee. As he places a sauce-covered finger in his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks into his mustache. Internalize the rage you feel? Put yourself between Colonel Sanders and Ashley. You reach out with your apron to wipe the sauce off his glistening face. Colonel Sanders recoils and brushes you back. This goatee isn't just a fashion statement, it's also functional. I was saving that flavor for later.
What the shit?
Internalize the rage you feel, I guess then? Rage burns so intensely with your eyes to burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and then they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow. You run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather outside feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. Colonel Sanders, he's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. He won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from that devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. Flex. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about my life, but I failed as an abstraction. I don't know what that is. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. Are these true facts? I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule herder. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. What? I didn't know! People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I've resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Oh no, battle scared from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the sport monster! Gorko, the sport monster, is here to fight a hero! Is anyone else feeling a bit of deja vu? I'm sorry, Gorko, but I could have sworn we already battled you last night. That was Borko, my twin! And I, Gorko, am here to avenge them. Wow. Are you stronger than Borko? Well, we're twins, so no, not really. We're pretty much exactly equal in every way. What do you ask? Colonel Sanders smirks. He's already on the same page as you. It's just that we beat Borko pretty easily, so I don't think that you have much of a chance. Not to mention, I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would. I think what DucesBro is saying is, can't we just be friends? Life is too short for making enemies. I suppose we really don't need to fight. I just that I've got these pointy teeth and claws. All the better for enjoying tasty foods. Surely you like to eat, don't we all? Of course I do! Inspiration strikes you and come up with a quick idea. Chomp on this! Toss a biscuit into Gorko's open mouth and he just devours it in one gulp. Delicious! You're much nicer than the evil students who once upon a time turned me into this creature who stands here today. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no, I was a chihuahua. But I was still a student at this school. Until one day, some mean kids with some magic spell book cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forced to transform. Magic spell book? Precisely. Borko used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way I lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear, I will be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life, DucesBro. Together, I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. His hideaway? Oh gosh. Personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Oh, this is nice.